a child of 4 being thrown on Swami's feet on the sand would but naturally cry. Swamiji immediately shouted at my servant and said, "What is this? Why have you thrown her on the floor?" He said, "Swami, it's better she dies." My life starts from the age of 4 when I first came to Swami. I was a handicapped child who had polio and paralysis. Having polio is one thing, but having paralysis is a very major issue. And I was not able to do anything. I could not walk, I could not move. It was in my uncle's house at Malabar Hill that I first saw Swami. I was sitting in the corner in the hall and I was looking at him, and at that tender age of 4, I took a liking to Swami. Swami saw me, met me, and spoke to my parents. But we went just as to see a Guruji. Then it so happened that my father had called doctors from Switzerland to get me operated. And I did not want to be operated without taking the blessings. At that age, I used to call Swami Baba Guru. I said, I want to go to Baba Guru and take his blessings. So my mother, she told my father that I have to take her to Puttaparthi. Those days, it was not easy going to Parthi. We had to go via Bukkapatnam and go in the cart. And a fully handicapped child, my mother, I have full gratitude to her for having taken me to Swami. When we went to Parthi, Swami welcomed us and he told my mother, she is not going to be operated. So my mother said no. And my father was in those days like a Britisher because he was, he did not believe so much in saints and all that. And he said, I have called the doctor from Switzerland. But Swami asked my mother to go to the post office and make a call and say that no, we are not coming, let the doctor go. Till the doctor did not leave India, I was in Parthi with Swami. After he left, Swami said, now you can go. When we reached in Bombay, my father was fuming and he was very, very upset that why, what is this? I have done so much. Then Swami said that no. He told my mother, if I would have been operated, first it would have been the right leg, then the right hand, then the left hand, then the left leg, and I would be left only with the trunk of the body. So he said no. Then he told my father that, see, she was my very good devotee in the Shirdi Sai avatar. I wanted her back. So this was an excuse. So my father then realized and he said, okay. And from that day, the life started with Swami. In those days, we used to go to actually I have to be very grateful and thankful to my servant, Sri Sharma, who when those days we used to go to Chitravati. Swami used to give his talks on Chitravati. My servant took me and threw me on Swami's feet. And a child of 4 being thrown on Swami's feet on the sand would but naturally cry. So Swamiji immediately shouted at my servant and said, what is this? Why have you thrown her on the floor? So he said, Swami, it's better she dies. See, being a girl, being unable to move, I was a big hindrance to the family as well as to the society. So he said, it's better that she dies at your lotus feet. And Swami immediately materialized sweets from the sand and he gave me the sweets and said, stop crying. And he picked me up and took me in his lap. And till date, I'm still sitting on his lap. I have not got down yet because he confirmed this to some foreigners in an interview that she's still with me on my palm. She has not yet come down. He treated me all through life as a child. And I'm so happy to be his child. Then it so happened that I used to go to, if you all remember the old devotees, on the right-hand side of Prashanti Mandiram is the dining hall where Swami used to have his dinner. So we used to go up there and Swami used to keep me behind and used to feed me and every day put vibhuti and massage my leg. If it was not for the divine hands, I don't think I would be standing and sitting in front of you all today. It was just his love, his care, the doctor of doctors who really took care of me. Every day I was busy having food from Swami, and he told me, you keep walking, keep falling, the blood of yours will purify Puttaparthi. I used to get a lot of hurt because I could not walk, but I never stopped. I was having a lot and lot of love and faith for Swami.